English for Business Communication, 2nd edition, by Simon Sweeney. Published by Cambridge University Press. CD 1. Module 1, Cultural Diversity and Socialising. Unit 1, Building a Relationship. Part 1, Cross-Cultural Understanding 1. Page 7, Exercise 4.
So if you were going on a business trip or meeting someone from another country, perhaps a different culture, what do you need to think about?
Well, it's not so obvious. I always try to know something about the actual political and economic situation in the other country. The politics, the economics. I should always know something about that, about what's happening. Also, if I'm going abroad, I find out a little about the infrastructure. I mean, the telecommunications, the transportation, that sort of thing.
And do you find out about the general background, basic information about the country?
The culture, yes. Certainly the religion, the language. I might learn a few polite phrases. The geography, maybe a little history. And how people live. What kind of culture it is, how people socialize. Food, drink, all of that is very important.
What about family life?
Yes, that too. How families live. If private life and business ever mix, and also business customs and conventions. I don't want to be surprised by anything.
Part 2, Welcoming Visitors. Page 8, Exercise 1.
Hello, my name's Klaus Erwald. I have an appointment...
Oh, hello, Klaus. I'm Louise Scott. We've spoken on the phone a couple of times. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to be here.
Oh, let me take your coat.
Thanks.
Oh, here's Lars. Lars, this is Klaus. He's just arrived.
Hello, Klaus. Pleased to meet you. And welcome to EFCO.
Thanks.
Is this your first visit to Sweden?
No, I've been to Stockholm 2 or 3 times, but it's my first visit to Malmö.
Klaus, let me get you a drink.
Yes, I'd like a tea if possible. Thanks.
Sure. With milk or lemon?
With lemon, please. And sugar.
Right.
Did you have a good trip?
Absolutely no problems.
That's good. You did fly, didn't you, to Gothenburg?
Yes, that's right. Then I drove down here.
Oh, that's good. Malmö can be a little wet at this time of the year. You'll have to come back in the summer.
Oh, I'd like that. I always like coming to Sweden. And, problem. I need some fish. Can you advise me? I always take back some fish, some salmon.
Oh, yes, gravlax.
And pickled herring, too, in tomato sauce, and the other one with onions and dill and pepper. Can you suggest a good place to get some?
Gravlax. It's always wonderful. The airport might be the best place. And the herring, too.
Okay, I'll have to get to the airport early. If I'm late, I might miss the plane. I can't go home without the fish.
No, certainly not. Well, we'll get you some for lunch anyway.
Okay, here's some tea.
Oh, you're very kind.
So, apart from fish, can I explain the program? I think we sent you an outline for the day. If you agree, we could start with the video, which explains some of our services, and then we could have a look at a few reports on campaigns.
Page 8, Exercise 3.
Yes, that's all right. I'm a little early. I can wait a few minutes.
Well, can I get you a drink of something? A tea or a coffee, perhaps?
No, I'm fine, thanks. But there is one thing. I'd like to send an email, a file on this disk, if I may. It's rather urgent.
Yes, of course. You can use my computer.
Thanks, that would be good.
Let me show you. Here you are. You can use this.
Thank you very much.
Anything else? Do you need anything to read? The Economist or something, while you're waiting?
No, it's okay. I'll send this email, then I can prepare some work while I'm waiting.
Right. I'll leave you for a moment.
Thanks. Oh, one other thing. I need to send some flowers to my ex-wife. Today is the 5th anniversary of our divorce. She didn't like all the travelling I did. I think some flowers from Australia would be rather appropriate, don't you?
Perhaps. Right. I'll get you a number for Interflora or something like that. Maybe you have a special message you'd like to send with the flowers?
Yes, I'll think of one.
And this evening, will you need a cab to your hotel?
No, it's only 5 minutes. I'll walk.
Practice, page 9.
Hello, my name's Henrik van der Linden from Antel. I have an appointment with Sandra Bates.
Oh yes, Mr. van der Linden. Welcome to Datalink. Ms. Bates will be along in a few minutes. She's just finishing a meeting. Can I get you something to drink?
No thanks, I'm fine. But I wonder if I could use a phone.
Yes, of course. And anything else if you need to send an email or anything?
No, it's okay. Just the phone.
Right, well you can use this one.
Thanks. Hello? Pas du tout. Au revoir. Thank you very much.
Not at all. If there's anything else you need, please ask.
Yes, I was wondering, how far is it to the station?
It's about 2 miles, 10 minutes by taxi. Shall I book one?
Yes, thank you. That would be good. Can we say 4 o'clock?
Right, I'll do that. Oh, I think Miss Bates is free now. Shall I take you to her office?
Thanks.
Part 3. Small talk. Keeping the conversation going. Page 10, Exercise 1. First version.
Is this your first visit here?
No. In fact, the first time I came was for a trade fair. We began our Southeast Asian operations here at the 2003 exhibition.
Shall we have a look round the plant before lunch?
Second version.
Is this your first visit here?
No, in fact, the first time I came was for a trade fair. We began our Southeast Asian operations here at the 2003 exhibition.
Ah, yes, I remember the exhibition well. So it was very successful for you, was it?
Well, we made a lot of useful contacts, not least yourselves.
Of course. Now, shall we have a look round the plant before lunch?
Page 11, Exercise 3. Extract 1.
So how are things going generally now, after the recent political changes?
Much better. I think generally people are more optimistic and the government should be all right now. There's a lot of popular support for government policies.
Extract 2.
I like the thought of sport. It's actually doing it I can't seem to manage. I know I should, keep fit, eat less, go to a gym, use the hotel swimming pool. But somehow I'd rather sit here at the bar and have a chat with whoever comes down. I spend all day working.
Extract 3.
So, how do you usually spend your vacations? Do you stay at home or go abroad?
Oh, generally we travel. We were in the States last year. We went to California and to Arizona. We visited a few national parks, and then we went...
Extract 4.
Well, of course I like working. True, I travel a lot. That's not always so good because it's difficult for the family. I've got children. They're 4 and 6. My husband, he stays home and looks after them.
Unit 2, Culture and Entertainment. Part 2, Inviting and Accepting or Declining. Page 15, Example 1.
Well, I was wondering if we could fix something up for you when you come. Would you be free on Monday evening? If you like, we could do something together.
That would be very nice. What do you have in mind?
Well, we could go to see a concert or a play, go to a show of some kind.
I think the theatre would be interesting. I'd like that.
Oh, that's good. We'll do that then. I'll find out exactly what's on. Then I'll call you.
Page 15, Example 2.
And then tonight we've planned a little gathering here, an informal get-together if you'd like to join us. You'd meet some other colleagues. Then we plan to go out to dinner together, a well-known restaurant. I don't know if you have any other plans this evening?
No, not at all in the plans. Well, that sounds like a good combination, talking and eating.
So, if you like, we'll meet here again at about 7 and take it from there.
Yes, that's perfect.
Page 16, Exercise 3. Extract 1.
There's a very nice opera on at the City Hall tomorrow. If you like, I could book you a ticket. Mozart's Don Giovanni.
No, I don't like listening to opera.
Oh. Is there anything else you'd like me to fix up for you? A meal in a restaurant?
No, it's okay. It's not necessary.
Extract 2.
We're planning a small party on Saturday, a dinner party. We'd like to invite you in the evening. I don't know if you can join us.
That would be very nice. I'd like that. But unfortunately, I have to return to Zurich the same evening. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, dear. That's a shame. Let's hope you can stay longer the next time you come.
Yes, it's a pity, but this time it's impossible.
Extract 3.
So, Victor, would you like to join us this evening for a game of tennis?
Tennis? I've got a wooden leg. It's 10 years since I've played tennis. I think a walk to a restaurant would be enough for me.
You never know. Tennis could be just what you need.
It would kill me.
Page 16, Exercise 4. Extract 1.
Shall we do something together tomorrow night, if you're free? We'd like to invite you to a show, or take you around the town a little, or have a meal or something.
That sounds a good idea. I think I'd like to have a look around the town.
That would be nice, but unfortunately I've already made plans for tomorrow night. I plan to visit a friend I haven't seen for some time.
Extract 2.
We've arranged a meal in a restaurant this evening. Most of us will be there. Would you like to join us?
I'd like that very much, thank you.
Thank you, but I'll have to say no this time. I have to leave very early tomorrow. I think I'd like an early night.
Extract 3.
If you like, we can fix up some entertainment for you. What sort of thing would you like to do while you're here?
I don't know. What do you recommend? I'd like anything at all, though I'd prefer not to be too late.
That's very kind, but I'm going to be very busy. I'm not sure I'll have time. Perhaps we can leave any plans until later.
Practice, page 17.
Have you tried the local cuisine?
No, not yet, but I've heard it's very good.
Yes, in particular you should try ceviche, raw fish marinated in lemon juice.
Sounds interesting. I've heard there are a lot of good local dishes.
Yes, and we have some very good restaurants. Would you like to visit one? We can try some of these specialities.
Oh, yes, of course. I'd like that very much.
Right, so do you like fish?
Oh, yes, I do very much. I've heard that the fish is very special in Lima.
That's true, so we'll go to one of the best fish restaurants we've got. Shall I meet you at your hotel this evening?
That'd be good. Fine. Thank you. What time?
Shall we say 8:30?
Perfect. Okay, we'll meet again tonight then.
Yeah, 8:30 at your hotel. See you there.
Thanks very much. See you later. I'll get back to the hotel now. I'll get a taxi.
Okay, sure. Bye for now.
Part 3, Eating Out. Page 20, Exercise 3.
Let's order. Can I have a menu, please?
The menu.
Well, it all looks terrific. Shall we have an appetizer?
Sure. In fact, I'm pretty hungry. Oh, I see they have venison on the menu.
Oh, yeah, the venison's really good.
Actually, I don't eat a lot of red meat. I'm more of a fish eater.
Oh, I'd recommend the fish.
Great. Well, I'll have the oysters to start.
I think I'll have the shrimp. Then why don't we share a mixed seafood grill for two as the main course?
That would be great. Let's have that.
And wine?
Well, I prefer white wine. A dry one, red gives me a headache.
Would you care to order drinks now?
Sure. In fact, we're ready. To drink, we'll try a bottle of Chardonnay. Water, bottled water, please.
Okay, I'll take your food order in just a moment.
So, how does it feel to be back here? It must be a while, a year or two at least. I haven't seen you since you cut your hair. This looks wonderful. How are the oysters?
Just fine. What about the shrimp?
Okay, a little spicy.
It's very busy here.
It usually is on Thursdays and on weekends. But if you can get in on a Monday, you get a table and two. You get a lot of business people in here, local and passing through. Ah, here comes the fish grill.
Oh, it looks fantastic. What a lot.
It's very colorful.
Everything okay with your meal?
Just
Perfect.
great, thank you.
That was really great.
The check, please.
Here it is, thank you.
Can I get this?
No, certainly not. This one's mine.
Well, okay, thank you. I'll pay next time, or when you come to Florida. You have to come down soon.
I'd really like that. So, what'll we do now?
I'll get a cab back to the hotel.
No, you don't need to do that. I'll drive you if you want.
Oh, that's great. Thanks again.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's been
great to
so
see
much
you.
fun.
Module 2, Telephoning. Unit 3, Could I leave a message? Part 1, Preparing to make a telephone call. Page 24, Exercise 2.
Well, if I'm making a call, prediction is one thing. I have to try to guess what the other person might say or ask. I think a lot of it is subconscious, really. It's a subconscious preparation. But there are more conscious things, too, like getting together any information I need, having the right file nearby, my diary, notepaper, a pen, and also I might need some particular stuff on the computer screen. All that, what you call desk preparation, is important. Then in addition, there are specific things like checking recent correspondence, knowing exactly what's going on, knowing what we ought to be doing, so understanding the situation or the relationship. Then finally, I would say that part of the preparation needs to be, if you're making the call, you have to think about your objectives, what you want from the call, what you may need to ask or need to say. All that should be clear in your mind. So in conclusion, I'd stress that it's terrible if you're not prepared. It sounds unprofessional and it wastes a lot of time, too.
Part 2, Receiving Calls. Page 25, Exercise 1.
Mr. Who? Oh, yes, about the, what was it? Oh, yes, the contract. You want to know what I think? Did you write to me last week? It was you, wasn't it? Or was it that other company in Geneva?
Page 26, Exercise 6.
Well, another type of preparation, you can prepare for incoming calls. Of course, you don't always know when someone's going to call, of course not, but you can have some idea just by knowing what work is going on. So I think, if I know someone's going to call me, then of course it makes sense to think about what they'll be talking about and try to anticipate what they might ask or say. In other words, to predict what might come up. That way I can maybe see if there's anything in particular I need to find out or check before they call, or think about what I need to ask them. So if someone calls me and I'm not really ready to talk to them, I often say, I'll call back, and I'll ring them when I am ready.
Part 3. Taking and leaving messages. Page 26. Exercise 1. Call A.
Hello, Media Publishing. Good morning.
Oh, hello. My name's Gerda Hönes from Frankfurt. I'd like to speak to Mr. Stefan Pavlov, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Pavlov is not here at the moment. Could I have your name again, please?
Yes, Gerda Hönes. That's Gerda, Gerda, and Hönes spelled Hoeness.
Yes, Miss Hönes from Frankfurt.
That's right. Could you ask him to call me when he's got a moment?
Yes, I'll ask him to do that. Does he have your number?
Yes, I think so. But in any case, it's 4969 754522.
I'll repeat that. 4969 754522.
Correct.
Okay, thanks for calling. Mr. Pavlov will call you later today.
Oh, that's very good. Many thanks.
Call B.
Hello, Harris & Co. How can I help you?
Hi, Michael Horgan here from Baylis in Miami. Is Marie Jean-Georges there?
I beg your pardon. Who would you like to speak to?
Marie Jean-Georges. Is she there?
Who's calling, please?
Michael Horgan.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Jean-Georges has already left the office today. Shall I ask her to call you tomorrow?
No, it's okay. I'll send her an email.
Oh, okay, that'll be fine. Do you have her address?
Yeah, no problem. I'll email her. Bye for now.
Bye.
Call C.
Hello, my name's Thomasina Harks. Thank you for calling Altona. How may I help you?
Hello, my name's John Curley. That's C-U-R-L-Y, John Curley. I'd like to speak to Fred Roper, if I may.
OK. Well, I'm sorry, but Fred's on another call just now. Can I take a message? Or perhaps I can help you.
Yes, please. Could you tell him that I called? The email he sent me arrived, but there should have been an attachment, and it came with no attachment. So can he resend the email with the attachment? Perhaps also he could send the document by regular mail, because it could be a problem for me to read what he sends.
Sure. Does he have your address?
No, I'd better give it to you. The email address, yes, he has that. The postal address is Automatrix, 270 James Road, Stretford Road East, Manchester, MU16 1DY, England.
Let me check that. John Curley, Automatrix, 217...
No, 270, 270 James Road.
Right, OK. 270 James Road. Then did you say Stratford Road?
Not Stretford.
Ah.
S-T-R-E-T-F-O-R-D. Stretford Road East, Manchester.
MU16 1DY.
Correct.
OK. May I have your phone number too?
Yes, it's 0161 399 5576.
Right, thanks. I'll get the message to him and he'll do that today.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Call D.
Hello?
Computer Services?
Yes?
It's Paul Maley here from Product Support. I have a problem with the email on my machine. I've been trying to send a document file to Italy, and I keep getting the message back that it's been returned. Returned mail. I don't understand why. The colleague in Italy asked me about FTP, File Transfer Protocol. I don't know if we have that. I was trying to send my document as an attachment, but it hasn't worked. Hello?
Yeah? What? Italy, you said?
Yes. What about this FTP? Why do you think it isn't working?
Just a minute. I've got to talk to someone here. Wait a minute. I'll get Alex to call you back sometime this afternoon. What's your number?
What? It's 6681. Listen, this is urgent. I need to get this...
Practice, page 28.
Good morning, Gorlitz and Zimmerman.
Hello, my name's Lara Camden from Bulmer Cables Limited. Please could I speak to Mr. Conrad Bird?
I'm sorry, but Mr. Bird is not in at the moment.
I see. When do you think I could contact him?
Well, at the moment he's away. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes, perhaps you would ask Mr. Bird to call me. My name's Camden, Lara Camden, on 020-8299-462.
Right, that's 020-8299-462. Lara Camden, okay?
Camden. Camden.
Oh yes, sorry, I've got that now.
Thank you. I look forward to hearing from Mr. Bird.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for calling. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Part 4, Asking for and giving repetition. Page 28, Exercise 1.
Good morning, Michigan Insurance. How can I help you?
Hello, my name is Kitmi Leon. I recently wrote to you about an interview date, but I haven't had any reply.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat your name, please?
Yes, Leon. Kitmi Leon.
Can you spell that, please?
Leung, Leon. And Kitmi is KIT-MEE.
I see. And who did you write to?
To Mr. Malley in Human Resources.
I beg your pardon? I didn't catch that.
To Alan P. Malley or Malay Human Resources Department?
Oh, yes. Did you suggest an interview date?
Originally, I had a date for May 12th, but I had to ask you to change it. I wrote requesting any day between May 14th and 17th.
So you could not come on May 12th. You asked for May 14th or 17th?
Not exactly. I asked for any day between May 14th and 17th.
Okay, I've got that now. Could you hold on, please?
Page 29, Exercise 3. Call 1.
Who shall I say is calling, please?
Theodore Alexis from Boston, Massachusetts.
Call 2.
So the dimensions have to be 225 by 45 by 3.5. And for the other one, 125 by 50 by 5.5. And we need 240 of the first and 180 of the others. Did you get that?
Call 3.
They are registered shares with restricted transferability.
Part 5, The Secretarial Barrier. Page 30, Exercise 2.
Bonjour, ici la CTG.
Good morning, Walter Barry here, calling from London. Could I speak to Monsieur Legrand, please?
Who's calling, please?
I'm sorry, Walter Barry from London.
What is it about, please?
Well, I understand that your company has a chemical processing plant. My own company, LCP, Liquid Control Products, is a leader in safety in the field of chemical processing. I would like to speak to Monsieur Legrand to discuss ways in which we could help CTG protect itself and save money at the same time.
Yes, I see. Well, Monsieur Legrand is not available just now.
Could you tell me when I could reach him?
He's very busy for the next few days. Then he'll be away in New York, so it's difficult to give you a time.
Could you ask him to ring me?
I don't think I could do that. He's very busy just now.
Could I speak to someone else, perhaps?
Who in particular?
A colleague, for example?
You're speaking to his personal assistant. I can deal with calls for Monsieur Legrand.
Yes. Well, yes. Could I ring him tomorrow?
No, I'm sorry. He won't be free tomorrow. Listen, let me suggest something. You send us details of your products and services together with references from other companies, and then we'll contact you.
Yes, that's very kind. I have your address.
Very good, Mr.
Barry. Walter Barry from LCP in London.
Right, Mr. Barry. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Page 31, Exercise 3.
Good morning, Fumi Auto Limited.
Hello. Could I have the service department, please?
One moment, please. I'll put you through.
Hello, service.
Hello. I'm calling about precision measuring equipment. My company produces precision measuring instruments, and I wonder if you have any problems with precision measuring of any kind. For example, could you tell me what equipment you presently use?
Well, certainly we do use that kind of equipment. We've got a PT200. We've had it for a number of years now, although personally I prefer the PT.
Unit 4, good to hear from you again. Part 1, Cross-Cultural Communication on the Telephone 1. Page 34, Exercise 1. Conversation 1.
もしもし、こちら西田貿易でございます。
Hello, Michael Piccolo here calling from New York. Could I speak to someone in exports, please?
申し訳ございません。私ちょっと英語がわからないものですから。
I beg your pardon? Could you speak English, please?
すいません。私ちょっと英語がわからないんですよ。日本語をお話になりませんか？
Hello? Is there anyone there who speaks English?
すいません。日本語をお分かりになりませんか？
Oh dear. I'll call again later.
Conversation 2.
Yes, I think we have a little difficulty here. I think we're barking up the wrong tree.
I beg your pardon?
I said we're barking up the wrong tree.
No, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
We're wasting our time going for that market.
Okay, I think I understand. The wrong tree.
Yes, the wrong market.
Conversation 3.
Ambo Computers.
Hello, Maria Eckstein here. I'm calling about my computer, a CX3000. I left it to be repaired last week and you couldn't tell me when it would be ready. We weren't sure what the problem was and I was to phone to find out. Is it ready? Can you tell me anything about it? Hello? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. What did you say your name was?
Part 2, Setting up Appointments. Page 37, Exercise 1.
Bob, Laura here. Listen, Bob, I really think we should meet to work out what to do about replacing Leon. We have to find someone.
OK, when? When do you mean?
Well, now, if you like.
No. I can't right now. I have a meeting with Revesi, a difficult one. Might take all day. Tomorrow. It'll have to be tomorrow. Or late today.
No, tomorrow's okay. You'll come here?
Yeah, I'll come to you, say, 9 o'clock?
Right, okay. We'll meet in the morning at 9.
OK, bye then.
See you.
Page 38, Exercise 2.
Good morning, Swallow Exports. How can I help you?
Hello, Vladimir Kramnik calling from Moscow. I wrote to Ms. Hannon last week, and she sent me an email suggesting I call to make an appointment for me to visit her in London. We need to discuss the renewal of a distribution contract.
Oh, yes. I'll put you through to Ms. Hannon's secretary. Hold the line, please.
Hello, Mr. Kramnik. Thanks for calling. Now, when would suit you?
Well, in fact, I can come almost any time next month. Probably towards the end of a week would suit me best.
I see. Well, how about the week beginning June the 24th? Miss Hannam's away during the middle of the month, so either the end of June or the first week of July would be best.
Well, could we make it earlier then? I mean, early in June. How about the week beginning the 3rd?
Let me see. Could we say Thursday the 6th?
Yes, that's all right. What time shall I come?
Well, would you plan to arrive in London that day, or come the night before and stay in a hotel?
Oh, I think it would be better to arrive the night before and meet early in the day. Then I think I'd plan to leave the same day.
Well, I'm sure Miss Hannam would like to meet you for dinner on the Wednesday evening, so...
That would be very nice.
Well, shall I send you an email confirming this? Then you can send me your flight details. Oh, and I'll fix you a hotel in the centre of London and send you details of that too.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind.
Not at all. Is that everything?
Yes, I think so. I look forward to your email. You have my email address?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much for calling, Mr. Kramnik. We look forward to seeing you next month.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Kramnik.
Practice 1, page 39.
Intership, good morning.
Hello, my name's Alex Hall from Computech Arcos in Singapore.
Sorry, did you say Alex Hall from Computech Arcos?
Yes, that's right.
OK. How can I help you, Mr. Hall?
Well, I'd like an appointment with Mr. Dionis.
Can you tell me what it's about?
Certainly, I'd like to discuss the transporting of goods from Singapore to Athens.
I see. When would be a good time for you to come here?
May I suggest next week?
Oh, I'm sorry, next week's not possible. Mr. Dionis is away next week. How about the beginning of next month?
Yeah, that would be okay. Could we say Monday, 3rd of May?
Unfortunately, Mr. Dionis is busy all day on that Monday. He could make it Tuesday the 4th.
That's fine. Shall we say 10 a.m.?
Yes, that's a good time for us. Can I ask you to confirm by email? And would you like us to book you a hotel?
I'll email you. And thank you, but no, the hotel booking isn't necessary. I think that's everything for now.
Right, many thanks. We look forward to your email to confirm the meeting. Goodbye, Mr. Hall.
Bye for now.
Part 3, Changing Arrangements. Page 40, Exercise 1.
Hello, it's John, Pamela. Listen, I'm sorry, Pamela. We're supposed to meet at 4 o'clock today about the trip to Riyadh next month. I'm sorry, I really can't make it. Something's happened. I've got to go home early. Can we meet some other time, perhaps?
Just a minute. I'll look at my calendar. Yes, well, Wednesday. I've got a meeting in the morning. We won't need too long, will we? It's only to talk about a few general ideas. Can we meet over lunch? You know, have a working lunch?
Yeah, I guess that'd be fine. I'll come up to you at about 12:30.
fine, okay. Oh, wait a minute. There is something. I've got to go out tomorrow for lunch. Can we make it Thursday?
Thursday? Yes, okay, 12:30. See you Thursday then.
Great. See you later.
Okay, thanks.
Part 4. Ending a call. Page 42. Exercise 2.
Well, on the phone, you need to check everything, or a lot of things, to avoid misunderstandings. You should repeat details, specifications, times, spellings, dates, all that sort of thing, prices even. And if you make agreements, you should confirm them. I think it's best to end calls with some sort of check or confirmation. You might even ask for a fax confirmation.
Yes, that's quite common. What else would you include in the end of a phone call?
Well, there's checking that there's nothing left to say. How many times does it happen that you put the phone down and then say, "Oh, I forgot to say such and such," or "I meant to ask about something else"? You have to phone back. It's such a waste of time. You can usually avoid that if one of you says something like, "Is that all, or anything else?"
OK, and do you think the business phone call is strictly about business?
Well, in a sense, yes. Small talk can be very important, and it is all business. There's usually a bit of small talk in phone calls, even if it's just a comment on the weather, or how someone is, or your last trip away. It's easy to underestimate the importance of small talk. You have to learn to feel confident with it.
Why do you think small talk is so important?
Well, it helps to build and maintain relationships. There are dangers, though. It should be kept brief.
And how do you get off the phone when the other side is talking about the weather for ages and you don't want to be rude?
Oh, yes, that can be difficult. I think it's best to interrupt politely. Say you have to go somewhere. You can say, yes, we'll have to talk again soon. I really had better go now. I've a meeting in 5 minutes. Or something like that. If it's a customer, you can offer to call back later if there's anything else to discuss.
Page 42. Exercise 3. Ending 1.
Right then, Hassam, that's good. We'll talk about the possible new price structure when you come. See you in Munich. You have all the information you need. Goodbye.
Ending 2.
Right then, Hassam, that's good. We'll talk about the possible new price structure when you come. See you in Munich. You have all the information you need, I think. Anything else you need to know? Yes, when you get to Munich, you get the S-Bahn to the Hauptbahnhof. It's easy. The hotel's right next to the station. Okay, look forward to seeing you in Munich. Bye.
Page 42. Exercise 4.
Yes, but then do you know what happened? It was snowing, can you believe it? It was actually snowing. And there I was at 8 o'clock at night outside the office trying to load the van.
Yes, I'm sure. I've a meeting in a little while.
So everything was getting wet. I was freezing. And then guess who arrived? Just when I was about finished.
Yes, Gerd, I'll ring you another time, perhaps this week, or you call me if there are any problems, okay?
You've got to go.
Yes, really. I'll call you tomorrow.
I hope you have a good meeting.
Unit 5. Unfortunately, there's a problem. Part 2. Problem solving on the telephone 2. Page 46. Exercise 1.
Hello, Mr. Santana. How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
What can I do for you?
Well,
Unfortunately, there's a problem with the order we received from you yesterday. It seems we haven't received the right quantity of manuals to support the HT telephone system. We sent the supplies to our sales reps, but several of them have called to say that there are no manuals enclosed.
Oh dear, that's bad news. I'm very sorry to hear that. And you don't know how many packages are without manuals?
No, because we haven't opened every pack, but in several of those that have been opened, there are none. No manuals.
So, some of them have them, but I'm very sorry about this inconvenience to you, Mr. Santana. Listen, can I suggest the quickest solution, if it's okay with you? Of course, if you prefer a different solution, we can do that too. But let me suggest something.
Okay. What do you suggest we do?
Well, if you send us the address of all the sales reps you have distributed the phones to, we'll send out the manuals this afternoon by fast air, entirely at our own cost. And the manuals should arrive tomorrow or the next day at the latest.
All of them?
Yes. It may be that some have them already, but we cannot be sure who. So the best thing is to send out a manual for every package.
Yes, I see. That would be the best thing. Okay, Mr. Yoshinaga, I'll do that. I'll fax you the list of all the rest we've sent the packages to, and leave it to you to resolve the problem of the manuals.
Okay, thank you. And please accept our apologies for this delay, this mix-up. I assure you, we'll do everything possible to find out why the mistake happened.
Fine. Thanks for your quick action.
Not at all. Thank you, and goodbye for now. Do call if there's anything else.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Yoshinaga.
Goodbye.
Practice 1, page 47.
Hello, Charles Hebel speaking.
Charles, it's Erica here. There's a problem, I'm afraid.
Oh, yes? What's that?
We've had a call from someone called Sandra Henson from London. She says she was expecting you yesterday, but you didn't turn up. Do you know anything about it?
Hold on. Henson, yes. No, the appointment's for next week. She's got it wrong.
I thought it would be something simple.
What did you say to her?
Well, nothing really, only that you'd ring back.
Okay, I'll call her. I don't know why she got it wrong.
You wrote to her, didn't you?
Yes, I even wrote. We agreed on the phone and then I wrote a letter as well.
Oh, well, sorry to trouble you.
No, not at all. I was just writing up the report on last month. Anyway, I'll call her and sort it out. And I'll be in the office in a day or two, so I'll see you then. Everything else okay?
Oh, yes, all's fine. A little quiet.
I see. Okay, bye for now.
Bye then, Charles.
Part 3, Complaints. Page 48, Exercise 1.
Good morning, this is Stella Communications. How can I help you?
Hello, my name's Hamid Nadimi from Ahmed Al Hamid and Company in Riyadh. I'd like to speak to Peter Carr, please.
Could you hold for one moment, Mr. Nadimi? Mr. Carr's on another line. Or shall I ask him to call you back?
I'll hold.
Okay. Ah, I think he's free now. You're through now, Mr. Nadimi.
Hello, Mr. Nadimi. How are things in Riyadh?
Not as good as I had hoped, Mr. Carr.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's wrong?
You sent an engineer, a Mr. Baines, to repair the faulty valves on the pipe system you installed last year, and he came without the necessary equipment. He tells me it will take him a week to get what he needs. We told him what he needed, and yet he came here with nothing.
I guess he had to make an inspection to see what he had to get to do the repair.
Mr. Carr, you know that is not true. We told you what was needed, and now we have a further delay. It seems to me your engineer has wasted his time coming to Riyadh. And in the meantime, we cannot use the pipes.
Well, where is Mr. Baines now? Is he still with you?
I think he has gone now, to his hotel. He told me he would return with the parts he needs, but he didn't say when exactly.
Leave it with me, Mr. Nadimi. I'll call him and talk to him myself. I'm sure we'll sort something out in a day or two.
I hope so, Mr. Carr, because, you know, we are not very happy with the service you have provided for us. At the beginning it was fine, there were no problems, but now we have a little technical fault and we have wasted a lot of time.
I understand. Don't worry, we'll sort it out.
Yes, it's very important, Mr. Carr. We don't have much time.
Okay, I'll talk to Mr. Baines and call you later today or tomorrow morning.
Right, I hope you have good news for me. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, Mr. Nadimi.
Practice 2, page 49. Extract 1.
Now, it's about the printer I bought 3 months ago. It's broken down for a 4th time.
Oh dear, well, we'll get someone out to it.
Yes, but this time, can you please send them with a new printer? This one has been nothing but trouble.
Well, that may be the best solution, but really we should repair it.
We've tried that. I think we want a completely new machine.
Extract 2.
It's the Royal City Hospital here, pharmacy. We ordered 500 by 100 millilitres medicated gel. It hasn't arrived yet.
I'm sorry about that. When did you place your order?
When? 3 days ago.
Oh, it should have arrived. Can you hold on, please? I'll check it.
Extract 3.
Yes, it's Peter Redding here. I booked a flight to Lima, Iberia from Madrid. I leave tomorrow, but I haven't received my ticket yet. I've already phoned you about it twice.
Yes, in fact the courier took the ticket this morning. It should have arrived. It's possibly mixed up with a colleague's ticket because we sent one at the same time to Manolo Gaspari. Is he a colleague of yours?
Yes, I know him, but it shouldn't have gone to him. It should have been addressed to me.
I'm very sorry, but if you contact him, he ought to have it. If not, please call me back.
Practice 3, page 50.
Hello, sales office here.
Hello, my name's Luisa Dominguez. I'm ringing from Spain, from Berraondo Company.
How can I help you, Miss Dominguez?
The problem concerns a printer order. Let me give you the order number. It's HF5618. It's for 20 printers. The problem is that only 17 have arrived.
Really? I am surprised to hear that.
Well, I'm afraid it's the second time we've received an incomplete delivery, and nobody told us there would only be 17.
Well, no, I think it was probably an administration mistake.
Yes, I'm sure. Now we need the other 3 printers urgently. Delays are causing us problems with our customers. They are rather unhappy.
Okay, at the moment we have some stock problems.
Well, can you give me a delivery date? It's very urgent.
Right, let me see. We can promise you a dispatch next Monday.
No, I'm sorry. That's not good enough. We need dispatch now.
I am very sorry, that's not possible. But we'll dispatch on Monday, I assure you.
Well, will you please send an email to confirm that?
Of course, and I do apologize for the problem.
Right. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
Module 3, Presentations. Unit 6, Planning and Getting Started. Part 1, Presentation Technique and Preparation. Page 57, Exercise 4.
All right, now let's think about the preparation of the presentation.
Right.
What has to be? What do you have to do to prepare it?
Well, the most important thing is to know about the audience. Find out about them.
Yeah, but you need to make sure about your objectives first. So decide on the objectives, what you want the talk to achieve.
Yes, but to do that, you need to know about the audience, their
Right.
knowledge, what they want to know, everything like that.
Yeah, all that's important.
Yeah, that's true.
So, audience and objectives.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And the third thing you have to sort out is content. Collect information, organize it, and decide on a structure.
Yes, get a good structure, I
Yeah.
agree. And then once the structure is okay, well, you need visuals.
Sure.
Any graphs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, the visual supports.
Well, then you could write it all out. At least the introduction, just to practice it. I mean, some people write out everything, some don't. It depends.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. But practice is really very important.
Oh, yeah.
A key part of the preparation is to actually practice it, to give the presentation. Practice until you could do it, just from notes. Then, what else? Check all the language. Keep it simple. Make sure there are no mistakes on the visuals. Spelling and all that.
Yeah, and I think you should, check the room is okay, check the equipment is okay. It's very important. Maybe also PowerPoint, If you use PowerPoint, make sure your computer and the disk or the data projector, make sure it all works.
Yeah, PowerPoint, of course.
Yeah.
And if you don't know PowerPoint, go on a course, learn it.
Yeah, using presentation software can help enormously.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Part 3. Structure 1. The Introduction. Page 59. Exercise 2.
Thank you for coming today. As you know, I want to talk about the marketing plans. Brand identity is a key issue, and what it means is how we are seen by our customers and how our products are recognized, and what our consumers think of us as a company. And I should also say what they think of our products and the name, what telco means for them. And advertising is part of it, of course, though not something I'm going to talk about now, except to say that as for brand image, it's important in that area too. Advertising, that is.
Page 60. Exercise 3.
OK, thanks. I'm here to talk about the design proposals for the production plant at Taipei. My talk will be in 3 parts, followed by a 30-minute discussion. I'm going to start with the background to each proposal, something about our negotiations with the Taiwanese government. Then, in the second part, I'll go over the main characteristics of each proposal, Proposal 1 and Proposal 2. Then, in the third part, I'll highlight some key considerations we have to bear in mind. Finally, I'll end with an invitation to ask questions or make any comments you like. We'll discuss matters arising from the talk. OK? So, to begin with, a few words on the history.
Page 60. Exercise 4.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Arnold Layton. I'm a geophysicist for ELF Aquitaine, with special responsibility for analysing new fields in the North Sea. I'm going to talk about some recent research into new methods of detecting oil in shallow waters. I've divided my talk into 3 parts. First, research that we have done. Then I'll report on some published research from other companies, and finally I'll talk about what this may mean for our exploration activities. Please interrupt if at any time you have any questions or something is not clear. My talk will last about half an hour. Later, my colleague Jacques Flambert will be showing a video on...
Practice 1, page 61.
Right. I want to say something about the new safety conditions for production staff. My talk will be in 3 parts. First, I'll tell you about the new protective clothing. Then I'll explain about the training and accident prevention. And the final part of my talk explains changes to working practices. After my talk, I'll be happy to answer any questions and we can have a discussion about these new proposals.
Unit 7, Image, Impact and Making an Impression. Part 2, talking about the content of visual aids. Page 67, Exercise 2. Extract 1.
My talk concentrates on the Kildale Gap location and the planning we have carried out so far. It's divided into 3 main parts, as you can see. This short introduction, then first a few words on the site at Kildale Gap, then an overview of the environmental costs. After the environmental costs, we'll look at other costs. After that, we'll break for a discussion. If everyone's happy with that, then we'll continue to...
Extract 2.
Now, the first picture to show you on the environmental costs, clearly shows that construction accounts for over 60%, while the environmental costs amount to around 12%, shown by this segment here. That's a lot less than the land purchase, which will continue to...
Extract 3.
Moving on, I thought you'd be interested in a comparison, looking at the costs of environmental expenditure for Kildale Gap with some other possible sites. And as you can see by the chart, it's very good. In fact, it would cost well below the average. Only one is a small bit cheaper than the others would have been.
Extract 4.
This picture, the next one here, shows initial investment, rising in the first year, beginning to fall during year 2, then, you see, falling after about a year and a half. Then the decline in investment costs will continue to decrease.
Page 68, Exercise 3.
Now, I'd like to show you this graph. It shows the rate of increase in CO2 emissions between 1950 and 1990. On the left-hand vertical axis, you see the CO2 emissions in millions of tons, while the horizontal axis shows time over 40 years. The 3 lines show the global total at the top. The broken line here is OECD countries or developed countries. The dotted line shows non-OECD or developing countries. What we can see here is quite clearly a sharp increase in CO2 emissions. This increase is global. Look at the top line here. But the graph shows that it's strongest in developing countries. In OECD countries, the rate of increase is slower. Up to 2000, the situation continued just the same.
Page 69, Exercise 4.
Now, my next picture here, a pie chart, shows the current sources for energy production. The main thing to notice is that oil, coal and gas are the main sources. Look here, mostly oil, then coal at 23% and natural gas almost as much. So 25% comes from other sources and a tiny 0.1% from renewable sources, geothermal wind or solar energy. Now, let's look at the table here. This shows some comparisons between selected EU states on electricity generation. The striking thing here is the French dependency on nuclear power, 76%. Then look at Sweden, also with quite a high proportion of electricity coming from nuclear power, but 50% coming from renewable sources, in this column here. The EU average shows quite a spread, but the UK, for example, has only 4% of its electricity coming from renewable sources. That's much lower than the EU average. The UK, of course, has a lot of oil and gas reserves, while France and Sweden, for example, do.
Practice 1, page 70.
Now, let me show you this graph, the fossil fuel farewell graph, from a study originally from Greenpeace. It shows how, over the next 100 years, renewable energy could supply all the world's energy needs. The vertical axis shows energy in exajoules, while the horizontal axis shows decades up to 2100. Clearly, we can see that oil, coal and natural gas and nuclear energy are gradually replaced by biomass and solar and wind generated energy. In other words, all energy is provided or could be provided by renewable energy sources. The graph also suggests an end to the use of nuclear power by about 2012.
Further practice options, Teacher's Book, page 57.
The first picture shows the relative contribution to the greenhouse effect of various gases. The most significant is CO2, with over half. Another important greenhouse gas is methane, accounting for 15%. But the combined total for all the CFCs is 24%. Now let's look at another graph, showing changing world temperatures between 1990 and 2100. The graph shows a minimum and a maximum effect, with a range between about 1.3 and 4 degrees Celsius. The line here shows the observable rise in global warming, which is not regular, but the trend is clearly an increase. The implications are, of course, important. Now we come on to a table showing the rate of deforestation in various countries. In many countries, deforestation is a serious issue. Just to take a couple of key points from the table. The rate of loss in Brazil, the country with the largest amount of forest, is enormous, up to 50,000 square kilometres a year. In Nigeria, the amount is quite small. But what's striking about Nigeria is the enormous percentage of forest lost each year, 14.3% in a year. Clearly, the situation is perilous.